Hey, what's going on YouTube? Today we're going to take a look at the 220mm Realacc Martian. The Martian has actually been out for quite some time now, but this version uses a special type of frame that's around 20 to 25% lighter than your average carbon fiber. It's a combination of composite material that's sandwiched between carbon fiber outer plates. I checked the plates for conductivity and found that the outer material was conductive, however the inner material was not. At the moment, I'm really not sure what to call it. I've seen some calling it foam, but the fact that it's as hard as the outer plates is leading me to believe otherwise. I did a quick bend test and found that the material is actually very stiff, a lot stiffer than some of the other carbon fiber frames that I own. Now, whether this is a good thing or not, time will only tell. I'll probably find this out after a few crashes. Right off the bat, you can tell that there are some obvious similarities to the Impulse Alien, but I wouldn't exactly say it's a clone. The overall shape is similar, as well as the use of a big red PDB, but there are also noticeable differences. A different camera mount, different shaped arms and plates. The differences aren't glaring, but they are easily spotted. Take a look for yourself to see the similarities and differences in this side by side. First up, we got some instructions on how to assemble the frame, which is useful for beginners, but the frame is pretty straightforward to put together. Next up are the arms, which are pretty good quality. The ones that I had, the carbon fiber layer was a little rough. I think they could have sanded it down a little bit more, but it's not really an issue. It's just cosmetic. One weird thing that I noticed was one of the arms was slightly thicker than the others. Three of them measured in at 4.1 millimeters, with the other one at 4.3 millimeters. It's probably from the one not being sanded down enough. That's what I'm thinking. Alright, so here's a quick comparison between two 4mm arms. This one I have on the scale right here is the Martian, which is at 10.4 grams, and the other one I'm going to be measuring is an XPX, which measures in at 12.5 grams. Alright, next in the box is the big red PDB. It's a very simplistic board which is mainly used to connect your ESCs together. Depending on what radio you're using, you will require either a 3-volt or a 5-volt BEC. Also, be wary of the voltage your video gear uses. Most cameras and VTXs have a wide voltage range, but there are also some that require less than 5 volts. So that's definitely something that you want to be cautious of. Amass XT60 connectors, definitely higher quality than your normal connectors. Purple standoff and nuts. This bag contains steel screws in various lengths, and the other one is plastic screws and nuts for the flight controller. And the rest of these are the plates that make up the frame. Here's the top plate, and here is the bottom plate or the main plate. Two millimeters for the bottom plate, and 1.4 or 1.5 for the top plate. The rest of the carbon fiber plates, this goes for the camera mount and the antenna mount, are all at 1.4 millimeters. This fiberglass plate right here goes below the red PDB, and it measures in at 1.2 millimeters. And here's one of the 4.1 millimeter arms. Alright, so now let's see how much the entire frame weighs. So, I've been testing this frame out for the past couple of weeks. I've been in a few light crashes, and it's held up just fine. Initially, I was afraid that this frame was going to snap because it was so stiff, but it's held up perfectly fine. I hope Realacc starts making more frames using this material because I'm not really a fan of the huge center body that the Martian has. In my opinion, less is better, especially when it comes to mini quads. I'd imagine a 20% weight saving on a smaller frame, maybe one similar to the XS220E. Now that would be a killer combo. Alright, so this is going to be it for this one. If you have any questions, shoot me a message in the comments below, and thanks for watching.